Hello and welcome back to 6th grade math support. My name is Dr. Griggs and these will be our topics for this school year. We are now under the topic of the number system. Within this particular topic, we have 13 objectives. We are working on the one from 1227. This objective is fluently add, subtract, multiply, and divide multi-digit decimals using the standard algorithm for each operation. So we're going to practice using each of these operations. Let's check this out. So here is our problem. A community center is preparing supply kits for a weekend workshop. Part A, adding decimals, they purchased 48 7/75 meters of fabric on Monday and 36 4/10 meters on Tuesday. How many meters of fabric did they buy in total? So let's look at each part individually because in this particular one, they're going to build off of each other. So let's just do this part by part. This first one, we have 48.75 plus, and when we're adding decimals, it's incredibly important to line up our decimals. So if we already wrote that, we could just go ahead and write the decimal right underneath it, and then we can place in the numbers as they fall according to that. Any additional spaces that need to be covered can be covered with a 0 because that will not change the value of the number. So now we can proceed with adding. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 4 is 11. Write the 11 and regroup the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. 5, regroup the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. And go ahead and bring our decimal down. So for part A, we have 85 15/100. Now for part B, subtracting decimals. They plan to use 72 5/10 meters of the fabric for the workshop. Using your answer from part A, how many meters of fabric will remain afterward? And that's what I was saying. These numbers are going to build off of each other as we go through each part. So now we'll use that 85 15/100, and we're going to subtract the 72 5/10 that they are wanting to do. We'll go ahead and write our decimal here. So we can write everything, and then we'll fill in that blank with a 0. Now we're subtracting as usual. 5 minus 0 is 5. 1 minus 5 we cannot do because 5 is larger, so we'll take away from here and change this to 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. Go ahead and bring that decimal in. 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 7 is 1. So when they are done, they will have 12 65/100 left. Part C, multiplying decimals. Each supply kit requires 2.35 meters of fabric. Using the amount of fabric remaining from part B, how many full kits can they make? So from this, we're going to look at 12.65 times 2.35. For this one, lining up the decimals is not necessary in multiplying decimals. It wound up being that way because of the place values that we had, but we do not have to line up the decimals when we're multiplying. All right, so 5 times 5 is 25. 5, regroup the 2. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 5, 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 1 is 3. And 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And 2 times 1 is 2. Add all of that together. That's 5, 7, 12, 17, 9, 2. Now, we need to look at the factors to see how many decimal places our answer requires. This has 2 decimal places, and this has 2 decimal places, so our answer needs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 29, and I'll go ahead and write all of it. I don't know how far they want it to be rounded, so I'll just write everything for now. Now, part D, dividing decimals. The center also bought 156.96 ounces of paint. Each kit needs 3.2 ounces. How many kits can be supplied with the paint? So this one does not have anything to do with the other numbers. This one is a fresh problem. So I am going to now erase what I have here. All right. So we have 156.96 being divided by 3.2 because we're trying to see how many equal groups of 3.2 can go into 156.96. Now, when we are dividing by decimals, we have to be very careful. This is going to be our divisor, and our divisor cannot have a decimal. So we would need to multiply this by whatever power 10 is necessary to remove the decimal. Well, we only need to move the decimal one time, so that we only need to multiply times 10. But we have to do the same thing for the dividend as well. So that means we will have 1,569.6 as the dividend now, because we have multiplied by 10, and now we will have 32. All right, so 32 can't go into 1 or 5, but it can go into 156. Let's see how many times. If we do times, let's see, we do times 5, let's see, that'll be 10, that's 15, that's too much, but now at least we know it's going to be 4. How much is that? 32 times 4, that's 128. Let's do the subtraction and bring down the next digit. So now 32 goes into 289. Let me go ahead and write this decimal here too. Now let's see if we do 32. Let's try times 9. That's 18. Carry the 1, 27, 28. Okay, so let's see here. We'll have 9. That's 288. Bring down the last one. And we can't do that. But this would continue, like if we continued here. But we want to know how many kits can be made. So anything past that decimal anyway wouldn't be a full kit. If we're looking at full kits, we can make 49 full kits. Everything else will be a fraction of a kit. And so that's what we're trying to figure out. So we know now that we could make 49 full kits with this information we have about the paint. I hope that these examples on adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with decimals with the standard algorithm were helpful for you. But of course, if you all have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much. and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining my tutoring session today. If you enjoy the way that I instruct and you think that I would be a useful addition to your student or to yourself, feel free to scan this QR code. It is going to take you directly to my profile page where you can get set up on weekly classes with me. Looking forward to seeing you in the classroom.